My gifts and my calling came from His heart, and that is what I want to share with you today. The journey to this place, to this level, was not an easy one. I made it only because God held my hand. Through it all, He made sure I knew Him, and knowing Him made me who I am.
Cooking has always been a part of me, and as time rolled on, it blossomed into a passion, a lifestyle, a form of community, healing, strength, service, and connection. As a child, I used to cook in cans, and when I joined the library in my youthful days, most of the books I chose to read were about cooking and food. I would watch and observe as my mother cooked, always seeking the opportunity to gather scraps of food to bubble upon my wood fire outside. At that time, I hated sharing with my siblings. Whenever I cooked my small pot, I would hide from them or blatantly refuse to give anyone who asked. At the age of 18, I began cooking for my household. Looking back, I remember how much I had to grow. I could barely manage at first. Being the last of many children, my siblings before me had always done everything. In my 20s, there was growth and a change. I became better at my craft. During this season, I would plan family dinners every Christmas holiday. I carry sweet memories of sincere contentment, watching everyone eat their hearts full. Years later, I started cooking for elderly folks who had been abandoned. My team and I would gather food items, cook and deliver to them daily. I got married in 2015, and 1 year later, I suddenly realized that a problem was developing in my body. Going to the doctors, surgery, and conventional medicine all came to my mind. I asked my sister's opinion, Bishop Catherine McCarthy. She told me to seek the face of the Lord because He's the best doctor that I could trust. So I came to the decision to try Jesus and not doctors or conventional medicine. And that's when things took a turn. I sought the face of God in prayer and fasting. I did some research and hoped for a breakthrough. The breakthrough came, but it was not an instant miracle as some people would have received. It was a slow and timely process where I had to learn the ways of God and how to be obedient, patient, and strong in my lifestyle decisions. It was very hard at first, but then I realized that yielding to God's will always makes things easier. So I surrendered daily, and He walked me through day by day, using family members, especially Marigold, to assist and guide me on how to take care of my physical needs. And my sister, Bishop McCarthy, showed me how to take care of my spiritual needs. He would pour ideas in my spirit and how to execute them. I started seeing great results, and that's when my lifestyle changed. I began cooking differently. It's now the healthier version of how I used to cook. My late husband and my children would join me, and together we would prepare healthy meals and freshly blended juices and head to the streets, serving food to the homeless, the lost, and the distressed. Over this period, I have come to understand that food has the power to heal, to restore the body, and even reverse diseases. Today, I work closely with individuals I cook for daily, supporting them through their dietary needs. I guide groups and individuals on their health journey, offering classes and online support centered around food knowledge and nourishing alternatives.
It's so beautiful. It's so nice. I would advise that you order.
The most beautiful part of this journey is the delight I feel in supporting and uplifting others as we purify our palates and cleanse our temples together. Through every meal prepared, every hand served, and every heart nourished, I am reminded that this journey is not just about food, but it's about purpose. So I continue with gratitude and open hands, trusting that every dish carries not just flavor, but healing, not just sustenance, but light.